So that messy lady from 16 and pregnant, Whitney Purvis, I do have an update for you. And it's crazy because just yesterday, my update was that she was granted bail, right? So that she can go home and hopefully think about what it is that she's done between the mess involving her son's funeral and her friend or lover or whatever ODing, allegedly based off some rugs that she allegedly gave to him. But according to the Ashley's Reality Roundup, Whitney couldn't just sit there and eat her food at home because she was arrested again for probation violation and rug possession. And it only took her a couple of days after being released on bond, you guys. I have to sigh, right? So now she's got 3 new charges, which include 2 felony counts of possession of a Schedule 1 controlled substance and 1 violation of probation. A warrant was issued in Bartow County on Tuesday, and Whitney was taken into custody later that same day. So you guys could check out her new mugshot over on the Ashley's Reality Roundup.com. And so don't forget that her original charges included involuntary manslaughter, intent to distribute a controlled substance, use of a communication facility in the commission of a felony as well. Oh, Lord, Whitney, you are a freaking mess. Come on now. Come on. Like, you're out on bond and you're over there doing rugs. Really? And part of her conditions was that she had to submit to like testing and whatnot. How are you, like, if they didn't catch you with it, like on you, they would have caught it in the testing. Like, and I get it, like addiction, like you can't control it. Like once you're an addict, like it's really difficult to break out of that. But damn, it's only been a couple of days. You can even last a month or something like that. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Apparently, this woman was so dumb that she might have even brought the rugs with her to the screening. And that's how it got caught. Like, oh my God, I can't. I really cannot with her, honestly. She's facing 10 to 30 years in prison. Okay. Honestly, at this point, please give her at least 10. She's spiraling. If she doesn't get at least like 10 years or something like that, she's never going to get clean and she's not going to survive much longer. These are not behaviors conducive to a long lifespan, right? She is slowly but surely deleting herself. And so, I think that jail might be the best course of action here. However, I have heard, including from you guys in the chat and just in general, that sometimes, people feel like or say that they have more access to rugs in jail than they do in the outside world or something like that. So that does make me kind of concerned as well. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So sad. Paprika, yeah, please keep an eye out. And if you see her, please take a nice picture for us. Boots on the ground. And happy birthday in advance, boo. Nice to see you, Kayan. Welcome. And thank you, Very Sweet. So nice to have you here. Good morning, Trintron. Nice to see you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. And thank you so much. Sweet bonjour as well. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, unfortunately, her son passed away maybe a month and a half ago. He was only 16 years old. He had a lot of health complications, including, I believe it was type 1 diabetes. And Whitney was like 3 hours late to his funeral. Like, can you imagine being 3 hours late to your own child's funeral and not even showing up early, let alone on time? Insane. Absolutely insane. And I agree with you, Kayla. It hurts to say it, but it's the truth. She's a lost cause, right? And so, yeah, at this point, it's best to just keep her in jail. I don't love jail and everything like that. I wish we could rehabilitate people, but unfortunately, like in certain cases like this, you gotta stick them in there. Huckleberry says, I hope Whitney gets to a point where she actively seeks help for her rug problem. She needs therapy and rehab. I agree. I wonder where all this stems from, because typically, these kinds of problems stem from like extreme trauma or like, just struggles with poverty and whatnot. So I do wonder like what that could be in her case. It's all just so freaking sad, right? I liked it better when Whitney stayed in obscurity. Yeah, it's true. We didn't hear about her. The last time I heard about her before all of this, she was stealing like a pregnancy test at Walmart. And that was like 10 years ago. Now all of a sudden I can't get away from hearing about her. The jailhouse toilet bowl cush. Oh God, how embarrassing. Guys, rugs are not all they're cracked up to be. I don't know why people like hype them up like they're cool, they're fun. Like, it's not cool. It's not fun. It's not all it's hyped up to be, truly, The U.S. prison system is horrible and for profit. And I can agree with that, right? In certain respects. But unfortunately, there's some people, especially dangerous people, where that's the only option we have, like the Kohlberger guy, like someone like that. Oh, God, please just let him rot in there, But with people like this, with addiction problems and whatnot, like I wish that we could do like something really intense to help cure them. I really do. Gwen says, yeah, and you can get anything, right? That's what I keep hearing. So I don't know if that's going to ultimately help her cure her addiction or not. A, are you here to drag us again, A? Because you dragged us in the Wendy story now. I'm sure she's in a drug haze. Poor thing. Lost a child and contributed to a loved one's death. I'm sure she's inconsolable. I don't think there's help out there for that, sadly, without money and support. And that's the thing. She doesn't have the money. And it doesn't look like her family is all that involved in her life either. So it's just a very, very, very sad situation all the way around. Right? I feel for her. I do, like you don't just make decisions like this out of the blue when your life is going great. To me, this is indicative of a life that's been really hard from the beginning. Huckleberry also says, my mom was in prison for the first 18 years. Oh my God, your entire childhood. And she said the rugs were everywhere in prison. Most times guards, cells, and inmate. Oh my God. Isn't that sad? Like, you really want for the people to be in there healing and getting cleaned up off of this. Meanwhile, the people who are supposed to be guarding, protecting them, making sure that they don't have access to this stuff, those are the ones who are giving them access to this stuff. That's terrible. So where do you go when you really want to heal? Rehab is kind of exploitative too. They try, but it's so freaking expensive. Like $30,000 for a week. Sweet Bonjour says jail is the best place for her. Hopefully she finds her purpose and makes good changes. I agree. Don't people in jail get to study for free, like get a degree or a GED or something? Like hopefully she could do that. And then she'll be able to hopefully be integrated into the working world. Mandatory rehab. But hopefully free because that stuff's expensive, right? Whatever happened to Ebony? Oh, I remember her. Didn't she become a stripper? Where is Ebony? Hang on. You know what I'm going to do? Let me take a little screenshot and see if I could dig her up and see what she's up to, right? Thanks for that. Good question. What about the girl who had the twins and then like the crazy abusive boyfriend who threw her out of the car in the side of the road? Like that guy. Whatever happened to that guy even? He looked like he was going to delete somebody one day. Gwen says broken people don't always realize they're broken. Some think they're only self-medicating and getting through the day. That's so sad. And you're right, but it's just so sad. Ebony and I think her name's Josh. He was in the military. Yup, I remember them very clearly. I wish we got to follow their stories. I wish we also got to follow the story of the first abortion on the show. I forgot her name, but I wonder, Marseille or something. I wonder where she's at. They funnel rugs into the prison systems in order to keep people in jail. Oh, there's no escaping. There's no escaping. That is so freaking sad. Good luck to anybody struggling with addiction, struggling with just violence, poverty, anything like that. It's really unfair. Just as jail actually put my cousin on the right path. Oh, good. He was scared to go back because the rugs were everywhere and he did not want the temptation to start again. Yes. Shout out to your cousin. And I'm proud of him. And I'm glad that he was able to turn his life around. And thank you for sharing that positive tidbit. Yes. A little bit of hope, a nice little hopeful message. You guys, listen. I'm getting a little bit parched. I need to fill up my water again. I'm running out. So we do have a word from some of our sponsors. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Netflix deal that Meghan and Harry had for about $100 million that has just ended. Nikki Bella being on Raya after her divorce. And I do have an update about Malcolm Jamal Warner's tragic drowning. And then we're going to wrap it up with two stories. So Lisa Vanderpump clapping back at Sheena Shea, accusing her of exploiting her and being two-faced. And then Cardi B getting sued for assault and battery by a woman who was, hit by that microphone. Do you remember when Cardi B, she was at this concert and then she felt like this woman threw water on her and then she hit her with that microphone right in the head? Yup, she's about to pay for that. All of that and more on the flip side. Thank you all so much for being here. Please give this stream a thumbs up and I'll catch you in a minute.
The Morning Report is brought to you by Philo. Watch your favorite shows and movies from over 70 different channels, including MTV, TLC, WeTV, and more for only $28 a month. Get a free trial today by clicking the link in the description box of this video to get your free trial up and running. Tired of learning languages in boring, frustrating ways? Try TalkPal. TalkPal is your personal AI language tutor. It teaches you languages in fun, engaging ways. It gives you real-time feedback, assesses your pronunciation, and the learning process is personalized just for you. Join millions of other learners and start your language learning journey today.